and I'll be writing some more. But this one here, in order to put things in better perspective and let people know exactly what's actually really going on, okay, I thought I might do this. Mind you, this is not going to have all the bells and whistles, and it's not going to have all the flavor text because it's based on a true story, but it's fictional nonetheless. The Titanic is a true story about two lovers that floated on the bow of the Titanic, you know, with their arms out. Yeah, okay, just exactly like that, folks. Here's part two.
Part 4, The Fall of the Voice. Despite the escalating pressure, Travis McKinnon remained focused. He documented everything, every takedown, every comment, every proxy post and screen recording. The court had granted his permanent order of protection because the threats were real, and the defendants, Ridge and Crow, made it worse by doubling down after the ruling. Count 1, a violation of civil protection order proven by their own videos. Count 2, harassment by proxy, confirmed by timestamps and coordination with Proxy Gray. Count 3, obstruction of justice through false takedowns of admitted court evidence. Count 4, criminal harassment. The drone plan and continued indirect communication were ruled deliberate and malicious. Both Ridge and Crow were found in willful contempt of court and sentenced under CRS, Look 13 to 14 T110 Tri and related criminal statutes. They had at every step mocked the court, and the court had finally answered. The live streams went dark. The channels were emptied, and somewhere behind secure doors, the two men who thought they were smarter than the law now had time, a great deal of it, to reflect on the moment it all began. At Golden Hive Mercantile, when they decided to turn a stranger into a villain for views. Only now, the roles had reversed.
Transcription, Statement of REXY Fredrickson, DOB 12-162, page 1. Date 6/1/01. Misspelled word, case 01-1800. I met redacted 4 or 5 weeks ago. She found out that I lived near and she began coming to my house before and after work. To get in order of occurrence, I invited her to walk my dogs for promotional effort, having painted me dog blue to attract people's attention. This is the first instance of physical contact. We exchanged back rubs. As time progressed, we became less aware of boundaries. On or about 5/28/01, she came to my house. We gathered in my bedroom to talk and watch TV. I had discussed working for Sunbird as a salesperson prior to this and laid on the bed with notebook to explain what may be asked of salespeople and began cuddling. During this time she placed her hand in my pants and began rubbing me. She did this till I came. I didn't force her to do this. She laid across me face up and I was face up during this time. She left shortly after this and came back that evening. On or about 5:30/01, she came over again and after helping or following me through my chores, We went to my bedroom to talk about her quitting her job. She backed me to the bed and with no room gave me no choice but to pull myself up and lay down. She laid on top of me to continue to cuddle. I spoke of dangers we could have at my expense. We continued to cuddle and, unreadable, each other clothed as we would be for swimming. Her top was off and her bra. She gave me room between us so I might kiss her breasts and shoulders as she was on top. Page 2. We continued to cuddle with clothes mostly off and rolled back and forth to try turns on top as we unreadable each other. She allowed me to kiss her about the neck and down her stomach till I was having oral sex with her. We changed back and forth, getting more carried away. We unreadable, dry fucked until with her on top, and she relocated herself 2 times, maybe 3, and tried to push herself on me. I pulled us over with me on top and placed myself above her opening to slide as we were snuggling, lifted herself to alignment parts. After a silent argument of placement, scratched out sentence, as we placed ourselves in different positions and as close as I was to intercourse. In the excitement I came. During the cuddling we mutually masturbated each other. She stroked my penis with her hand. I masturbated her with 2 fingers inside and outside of her vagina as she moved to signify which she wanted. At no time was force used or displayed by either of us. At no point did I threaten or make aggressive movements or verbal abuse of her. All that had happened was in mutual gratification. The statement is true and correct to my knowledge. And the judge of the circuit court down here, you can see signed. And this is also was returned to me as part of the public records request that Rex Fredrickson put in a plea of guilty. I do hereby enter my appearance in this case and plead guilty to the offense as charged therein. I understand the nature of the charge against me and understand the penalties prescribed for the offense for which I am charged. I hereby waive my right to a jury trial, waive my right to confront and cross-examine witnesses who would testify against me, waive my right to not incriminate myself, and I subject myself to the penalty that shall be imposed by the judge. I do all of the above freely and voluntarily, with a signature which I am assuming is Rex Allen Fredrickson. And here is the original probation order, and this was late April of '03, and when I was reading over this, you can see that will complete sex offender counseling, and will not have contact with any people under the age of 18 years, shall not have contact with the victim nor the victim's family, and for 48 months. And right up there on the top, on the state defendant herein have been convicted of the offenses of aggravated sexual abuse, 3 counts. And then this was also returned. This was another probation order, which was from January of '04.